Morning, it's Mike Zschunke at Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shift One Properties, and on our way to Phoenix, Arizona. Real quick, we're going to talk about residential, we're going to talk about commercial, we're going to talk about the economy. Thanks for watching. Inventory is up again this week. It's our 8th consecutive week of increased inventory. Multiple listing service, we're up to 16,836 single-family detached homes. Maricopa County is up about 250. Scottsdale, we're up 37. Interesting, MLS in the multiple listing service inventory, basically in the valley, is up 39% over last year. In Scottsdale, it's only up 14% over last year. Actually tied to, in April we had a bump in inventory, available single-family detached homes, and we're right back there. So, you know, we're getting there. It's grinding through. Like I've said before, these things don't happen overnight. Sorry about the eye contact. I'm trying to drive here. And let's see. So residential, you know, my phone's ringing. My phone is ringing. I'm getting a lot of calls from those that bought in the frenzy of 2021 and they want to get out. However, I always say you make your money on the buy side. So if you overpaid, you know, we provide a service. We want to get you the best deal. There's a lot of other agents out there just want to get the transaction. So I'm getting calls to get people out of properties. And we'll get them out. It's just, you know, we have to do some creative thinking. A lot of things are happening off market. Be careful with land. Land, you know, land seems simple. It's a little bit more complicated than housing. Just because of the unknowns. You buy a house, a ready-built house, you know what you're getting. Land, there's a lot of unknowns. You've really got to do your due diligence. That's where sorry about that. You don't know what you don't know. There's a lot of due diligence you need to do on land. So really you need buyer representation. And it's, you know, if you've done it for a while, you back into the numbers. You see what your finished product is, and you back in and you see what you can pay for the land to build your project. And, you know, you don't want to have the most expensive house in the neighborhood or the most expensive commercial property either. You just, you kind of back into the numbers on an estimated future value. We've talked about before. A lot is happening off market. We've got $400,000, $500,000 coming up in southern Phoenix. And like I said, you know, we do everything. We do high end, we do low end, we do a little bit of everything, investment properties, commercial. $800,000 near the golf course, near TPC, coming up soon. Sonoran Parkway, about $900,000, single family detached home. And we've still got that lot. I'm taking a left here. Got my coach with directions. Don't really know. We're going down to Roosevelt Row in Phoenix. I don't spend a lot of time there, but there's some cute little neighborhoods there. I don't say cute, but I just did. So there's some cute little neighborhoods around Roosevelt Row in Phoenix. So, yeah, so, you know, it's really what's happening for you. A lot of things are happening off market, the Zillows, the Realtor.com. With land, just make sure that you know that that person selling the land actually owns it and has the ability to sell it. Because it's pretty easy. A lot of fraud in land. You know, they'll list a property that they don't own. So it's easy. Nobody's keeping an eye on it. Anyway, commercial. Turning up again, you know. The commercial's been rough lately with the cap rates pretty low and bond yields pretty high. So those are starting to line up again. Commercial activity is starting to move along. Developers are putting shovels in the ground. There was a big land auction up in Peoria. All the big housing builders. It was Shea Homes put the application in for 274 acres. Lennar, all the big home builders were bidding on it. Pretty aggressive auction yesterday. I think Pulte Homes ended up getting it for $63 million. So that goes back to supply. There's just not enough housing for the amount of businesses and industry moving to the area, the amount of people moving to Phoenix mostly for tax breaks. So commercial's picking up again. Retail's hot. Retail's always hot. We're looking to lease about 1,500 square foot if you've got that available for a little market for a client. Anyway, you know, what we're working on lately is just teaching small business owners the advantages of owning the real estate. Give us a call. There's definitely advantage to owning the real estate if you're a small business. Another interesting thing, we were driving up, maybe you saw last week, we're driving across the Utah, southern border of Utah. A lot of RV parks popping up, and you can go, I bought and sold equipment a lot with my father's business. You can go on a government website and you can buy a temporary housing trailer pretty cheap, like $1,000. So these RV parks are putting these temporary trailer housing while they're building the RV parks to generate income. Pretty interesting. If you're interested in putting that together, I think along I-17, I-10, I think that's a great investment, great project to put together. So really interesting, real hot, beautiful up along the southern Utah border, northern Arizona. So anyway, commercials picking up again. Economy, it's rolling along. I hesitate. Retail sales came out yesterday, a hot number. Interesting, the U.S. Treasury comes out every month with their balance sheet statement. It's due on the 8th business day of the month. That was October 10th. The U.S. Treasury has not released that balance sheet yet. However, they have added $500 billion to the national debt in the past 3 weeks alone. That is unsustainable. And until we get the government spending squashed, this economy just, you cannot live on debt like that. Trust me, I was young and dumb at one time too. So you can't have the economy rolling along like this as long as the government keeps issuing debt. So notice the people who are talking about interest rate cuts have gotten pretty quiet. You can't estimate the market. China has always historically been the largest purchaser of U.S. debt. Foreign investment in the United States bonds is at an all-time high right now, but it's not China, it's Japan. China's having their own economic problems. So we've become a global economy, and you really can't just pay attention to the U.S. numbers. Ray Dalio always said, pay attention to cash flows. Where's the money coming from? Follow the money. So it's not all about interest rates. The average 30-year fixed mortgage since 1971 is 7.1%. Over the past 10 years, the average 30-year fixed mortgage is 4%. So it's really perspective. It's money. There's a cost to money, and that's what interest rates is. It's what are your borrowing costs to either buy a house or develop a property or work on an investment project. And I always say you make your money on the buy side, and that's where we really come in strong on residential, commercial, land, everything. We're good at getting you the best deal. I have never really been able to monetize that number of saving. How much have we saved to buyers, or how much extra have we put in the seller's pocket? But we're really good at drilling down on the numbers and doing what's right for our clients. So all that's noise anyway. Give us a call. It's all about relationships. Work with someone you trust. That's why we do these live. There's a lot of what do I say? I hate to say misinformation out there, but hopefully you get to know us by doing these live. You see who we are. These aren't perfect, but I like them. So I get to know you, get to know me, I get to know you. The better we communicate, the better we can work together, the better job I can do for you. So our job is to facilitate, educate, and advise, get you where you need to be. So that's really it. Voting's open in Arizona. I don't care how you vote, just vote. I do care how you vote, but voting's open in Arizona, so go get it done. Your vote matters. If we can help you buy or sell real estate in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area, residential, commercial, land, investment, anything, just give us a call. Pick up the phone. These lives are supposed to be interactive. We're starting to get more questions. Just send me a message. Let me know what you want to see. We've been previewing some fancy homes this week. We're in a lot of commercial properties the last couple of days too. So give us a call. Let's have a chat. See how we can help get you where you need to be. And again, thank you to Anderson Jeep up in Lake Havasu. This Wagoneer is awesome. I love this vehicle. So have a great day. Be smart, be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.